Hello. Now, maybe? Oh, I think I fixed it. That's better. I am alive. I exist. Okay. As I was saying. Yo, Chronix, what? I just started my stream. You crazy. You crazy, crazy lad. Well, thank you. Just got raided. We're about to compete against the Barbs to hold Rogue in the second last spot. It's a very honorable place to be. Currently, I'm rank 1 at 107, but we're going to try 108. Hope you had a good time, Chronix. I know you don't like the Forgotten Souls grind, but hopefully you got some joy out of your session. Thank you, Chronix. Oh yeah, you were playing. I think I saw you were playing Pen Shot. Hope you had a good time. It's my favorite build as of season 9 for sure. It's a lot of fun. So yes, hello to all of you. I write as of season 9 guides for Rogue on Max Roll. I have a couple up there. It's been a lot of fun to be part of the little community. Spam these gears to buff Matthias. That's so funny. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, but I love it. I'm here for it. Are the gears? I'm trying to like put the pieces together. I'm thinking like twisting blades is kind of like gear, like the shape of a gear. It's like circular. I guess this sort of makes sense, but at the same time, not really. Okay, so this mob type is not ideal. Pushing in Diablo 4 is very much like fishing. You go out, spend a couple hours on the lake, and you might not get anything. But once in a blue moon, the stars align, the right monsters with the right map, and the right boss, and you somehow tell yourself that it was all worth it. And that's where we're at. The the like ideal scenario in Diablo 4 is when you build like whatever tier of the pit you can do without fishing. That is like the sweet spot. Like you just right now, if I open 105, like 10 times out of 10 times I'm gonna complete it, and that's a great time. It's like I play well, no matter the monster type, we can do it. But 108, it's like probably I'm expecting this to take I think within 5 hours of gameplay I can get 108. But we will get a buff on Tuesday. So that will help. We're making an event for Diablo 4 Season 9 starting on the 18th. Woody is going to make an announcement in the video now that we have set the rules. Panda, Condes, Woody, and I are in, and we're going to be even more since it hasn't been announced yet. We'd love to join us. Rules. Okay. What kind of event are we talking? I'm excited. And curious. A little competition? Is it like in teams or by yourself? I will check out the rules. Yeah, there's a new patch coming on Tuesday, and Blurry specifically is getting a bunch of buffs, which isn't like the biggest of deals, but more so than that, the Myriad Jewel, which is, I mean, it's gonna buff everyone. It's going to cap 2 in of attack speed, so we're getting, for this build, I'm essentially getting 30% attack speed, which will for me be 2 more breakpoints of attack speed. It's a pretty big deal for Twisting Blades. That's a huge deal because we're stacking damage. The more times we can hit our enemies within a 3-second window, the more damage we're able to deal because of the inherent Twisting Blades effect. So it will be, I don't know, I think 110 will be possible after the new patch with perfect gear and execution. What about rapid fire? Yeah, I kind of want, I'm working on like a ranged poison, like basically it's this build but with rapid fire. I have my doubts, but it might at least be the best way to play rapid fire, because right now rapid fire is in a dark spot at the bottom. Yeah, Chronix, I will let you know if it all fits my schedule. If it's just like a one-day event or like won't take up too much time, because I'm actually traveling to LA for an event in like the week, a couple days after what you just mentioned. So as long as it's not interfering with that, I think I should be able to join. Can you drop a mythic item for Rogue? I'm desperately farming it. Okay, I'll contact Blizzard and let them know. Hahu Hoheng is acquiring some increased mythic drop rates. So this is not looking that great this particular run, but I like to get the day started with at least like, even if I don't want to like reset every run, we gotta get our fingers moving. Gotta click the rhythm of the spells of this build is pretty important. There's a lot of things to think about if you want to min-max your damage, and I think that's what I think a lot of people maybe underestimate there is definitely a skill component to pushing that I think some people, I think it used to be more about the gear, but I think right now, I guess depending on the build, but like there is definitely skill expression in which engagement you decide to take and how good are you at keeping up all your damage buffs in perfect like timing. Like not using your skills too much to waste a lot of frames casting the wrong skills, whilst yeah, like not having downtime on all sorts of things. The boss kill is very fast on this build, so we don't need to be too far ahead. You just build the pen shot. Is this still good for now? Yeah, pen shot is amazing. Pen shot is the only build I play this season when I'm doing any content that isn't when I like pit pushing. When I do farming for Obdicide or materials, if I do Undercity or even Paragon experience, all of those things I go with pen shot. It's unlucky. This monster type is really bad for Twisting Blade because the trash mobs, all the dudes on the left here. Maybe I'll try to kill them because there's so many of them. But they are, because they're ranged, they don't die along with the rest of the enemies. Which is not ideal. We'll see what we have in floor 2. Knights, not great. Knights have this barrier that we can't really get through. So this might have to be a good old reset. Let's do it. I'm super curious. I'm gonna click Chronic's link now about this event and suss it out. Hardcore solo cell found. All right. 18th. Oh, it's like a week. Okay, it's like a long event. Sunday evening rip clip, and maybe I'll get a good rip clip at least. Your caps are 8 out of 12 masterworked. Event, okay. Rules. Okay, I should probably, I'm gonna bring this on my stream here. Let's suss this out. Per pit tier cleared. Okay, so the higher pit, I see. You get points. It's like a point system per lair boss, per difficulty cleared. Lilith gives a point. Trade streamers for 1 gold. Wait, trade streamers for 1 gold. Streamers must accept all trades. Only once. What does that even mean? I hit exactly first 1337 damage on training dummy. Oh my god. That's such a random thing. Spend all oboes before the start on hardcore. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Spend all bartering. I mean, I have never played hardcore, so I wonder if I even have like the Lilith statues and things. Spend all bartering mats. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Additional info. If you don't. Yeah, okay. You can farm it in a group Discord of GChannel. Will be created for people that have already played hardcore. Yeah, it's one empty stash. Streamers spin a wheel to choose their class. Oh wow, okay, that's scary for me. If you're undecided on what to play, you can ask a streamer to spin the wheel for you. I mean, this will be the out of all these things, the hardest part for me would be this one. As a only rogue player, if I got like druid, I'd be so lost. I don't even know what their class specialization is. All right. Yeoman Clean. Did they change the damage text before? I remember seeing vulnerable 1,000 each second. I mean, you can control what you see. So here on the gameplay tab in the settings, you have combat text options. So you can kind of tick the boxes of what you kind of want to see. I'm assuming you have vulnerable damage ticked or something. Like for me, I'm playing a dot build, so all I want to see are the white numbers. So I only have normal damage ticked. I don't want to see the crits and everything. Even though I have 100% crit, I don't want it to clutter my screen. Sorry, you're on your mother's account. You want to ask what is the best farming high damage build? You're with the best farming high. I'd say Flurry or Dance of Knives probably. I mean, high damage is an interesting. It's an interesting thing you're looking for, because at that moment usually you want speed rather than damage. Do mythic items really drop from nightmare dungeons? I mean, not really. They can, but probably 1 in a million players will have that happen to them. So I'd say not really. Usually you want Belial materials, these husks, or any other boss material, and farm as high of a tier, like tier 4 ideally, to get mythics. But also you could do the seasonal stuff. Oh, this is a good map. Come on. White. Oh, spiders. Okay, I gotta focus, guys. Sorry. This is I'm gonna be sad if I don't make this one. If I don't make this one, we're losing faith in our abilities. All right. I might die here actually. This is looking like a very dangerous pull. There's very bad champions here. We will probably lose like 45 seconds dealing with these champions. Why did that spider run away so far? Not acceptable. Yeah, I'm gonna be bad at answering questions in chat during this run. So after it, though, I'll be very good at it. Oh no, that's a bad elite right there. That might take a while to get through. Yeah, that skeleton guy is looking pretty impossible to kill. All the crossbows shooting from a distance are very scary. If they all fire at once, I might just get like one-tapped. I think we're just gonna finish this triple elite here and leave the skeleton. And move on to the next pack. I'll probably go down. Okay, we'll go this way, try to find these guys. Try to see if there's a second pack. I think we'll just try to kill this one pack. Even though we got a good map, we also need a good boss. So we'll see how that goes. If we even get there. We might need a good second floor too. Depending on how much we can get. Hopefully we're lucky with the lack of skeletons on this first floor. Okay, that's good. Elite pack. Is there elites here in the middle? There are. Okay, decent pull here. We're like halfway progression. Our goal is to have 4 minutes on the boss. Wow, Suba with a mad knockback. Alright. Skeletons are bad. Maybe we can combine them with something good. Oh, this is a double skeleton pack. Kind of want to just dodge. Not gonna lie. I think they can join if they want. Triple skeleton. Oh no. We might need to just chew through some of them. Maybe we'll go to the second floor instead. I'm lucky with 3 packs in a row, I guess. So the skeletons have this barrier that I can't remove, and they are immortal for the most part. But with enough time, they should eventually die. I don't know if any of the elites that are even close to dying right now. It doesn't look like it. They've taken like 25%. There's quite a few of them, so I think I'll try to get them this pack dead, and then move to the second floor. I don't remember. I think the second floor is like the opposite side of this whole map, though. I'll try to kill this upper elite that's so low. Maybe not. I'm just gonna leave him. Bad. Okay, we can maybe create some kind of pull here in the middle. I feel like when I looked on the map, just then like a minute ago, it looked like there was one area of this floor I haven't really explored. If that is a good elite pack, like the spider hosts, I think I might be able to spawn the boss on this floor, saving a bit of time. Alright. Come on, Skelly. Yeah, if I go here, maybe I can... Triple... Maybe. Might be tight. I'm kind of spawning the boss with 5 minutes left if I'm lucky here. And then we gotta get Spirit Caller, Resurrected Malice, or Sea Hag. Come on. Chief Marauder. It's not the worst, but it's not the top. It's not my top choice. The first 20% are by far the hardest. These shadows are not ideal, but not the worst. The second half of the fight will be faster than the first, that's for sure. I think he can spawn mobs eventually, this guy. But he's not doing it so far. Yeah, looks like he's a bit too tanky for me here. Basically, with some of the other bosses I mentioned, they spawn ads at the start of the fight, and then I can activate my double damage rune, the Quacks rune. And with this boss, for example, I can't, so I'm dealing half the damage. But we'll see how long this. I'm actually genuinely curious. I haven't really fought at 108 boss so far. I wonder if I can tank this. If I can't tank it, there's no way I'm winning, so I'm just gonna be brave. The next stagger will be good DPS, but not quite enough, I think. I'm really happy at least now I have some more data on the boss in terms of how long it will take. I'm gonna try to tank this. Wow, that was pretty sketchy actually. Oops. Missed out on my cycle. I removed some ranks to innovation and kind of noticing it a little bit on the boss. Like my energy goes down quite a lot. So I had like 450 on the boss total time. Yeah, I'm gonna add back my innovation ranks, that's for sure. Very close. Look, it's 10 seconds left and hey, the boss is like 10% HP. There's time's up with this little HP left on the boss. Yeah, if you want the TB build, the exclamation mark TB. So we're like 20 seconds late on a suboptimal boss, a very, very suboptimal boss. So on a boss with ads, I think 4 minutes is still a good fair goal. You could probably kill the boss in 3:30 to 4 minutes. Well, it was a good run. What did I miss? You're running Dance of Knives, nice. Ulquire, I cannot get good Fist of Fate. You've been trying for a few days. I have good Fist of Fate. If anyone's looking for pen shot gear, I don't have a lot of Azuraths left, but I have Eagle Horns. This tab right here is dedicated to you guys. There's one Azurath left, that's GA cold damage. There's a bunch of good, decent Fist of Fate and really good Eagle Horns if anyone's looking to get that build going. Mr. Gregory, would you recommend playing the earlier games in the series, Diablo 1 to 3, before playing 4? I mean, I don't necessarily say you would have to do that. There's such different generations of games. Like you're talking like the 90s, the 2000s. Like it's a decade in between each game. So it's such a different experience. I'd say Diablo 3 and 4 are most like each other. And Diablo 1 and 2 are more like each other. But everyone, all the 4 games are fun, in my opinion. My Death Trap build is really assassinate everything, trying to copy it. Yeah, there's plenty of Death Trap guides for Season 9 that are more optimized for this season. I haven't personally made one. Your wrist is killing you this season, even using macros. You made a sorcerer's, and this is so easy to play on controller. Nice. At least controller saves the wrists. On Azurath, the best masterwork is 3 roll on lucky hit. I mean, depending on the item. Oh, you mean like on Azurath itself, for sure. You want the damage. The cold damage masterworks. I need to skip mobs with barrier, because when they unstoppable, they got 0 damage. Yeah, that's right. Alright, I think I caught up on chat. Amethyst, I have a 3 GA Band of Icarus Rose. Are you interested? Peon Tech. I currently not in, like, I don't plan on using that item, but I will let you know if that changes. But thank you. Appreciate you keeping me in your thoughts. But yeah, that was a very close 108 push right there. Like 30 seconds short or so. We had a really good map with good monsters. We had plenty of skeleton elites, which actually, like, it wasn't the best monster type, but it was good enough. We spawned the boss in the first floor, which is all you can ask for. Ulquire, can you please get a Fist of Fate? Yeah, what's your battle tag? Let me add you and you can get yourself a little fist of fate. Which one should we give away? This one's a lucky hit GA. It's pretty good. Usually what people are looking for. There's another. There's a 300% lucky hit chance GA. This one's very good. $280. Let's give you a 280. That's a pretty darn solid one. It's got low attack speed, which doesn't really matter if you have Eagle Horn. I mean, looks like you could use an Eagle Horn upgrade too. Like this one. This Eagle Horn will give you a 100% chance to cast twice and make up for the attack speed loss on the Fist of Fate. Good luck, my friend. Hi Matt, I'm new to Diablo 4. Just wanted to learn more about D4. I play Rogue build Penetrate, now level 50 plus. Any advice? Any advice? I mean, the advice I would give is just all activities in the game are valuable. So like if you feel like you know, handing in your whispers, as you open the map, you see these grim favors. You can do like go to all these orange PvP zones. You see all the red things are, they give 5 grim favors for the whisper. I always do that on rotation. I do all the world bosses when they come up. I farm nightmare dungeons. I farm pit. I do hell tides every now and then, especially these little events. So my recommendation to new players is just like enjoy the variety of content offered, because everything kind of has a benefit. And especially in season 9, do as many nightmare dungeons as possible. That would be my advice for the season. Any wolves? No wolves. I don't have a way to like get stealth and keep you home. Wow, they can't even kill me when I'm AFK. Come on. So the fastest way to TP out is often to just Sudoku. You can't decide which build to play. You love your Death Trap, but Pen Shot is kind of fun too. Yeah, I mean, both of them solve similar things in Season 9 for Rogue. Both of them are great speed farmers, and you can kill the bosses and stuff. So, for me, I usually go for... Like, I have one main build that I can do all the content in the game with. Like, I speed farm and do the bosses. But then, secondary builds is more... What's the more question of what would be fun to try? Something you haven't done before, it's been a while, maybe it's a worse off meta build. Go with something weaker. Or do you want to pit push, then go TB as a secondary build? But yeah, usually I don't do multiple builds that all intended for the same content. Come on, Subo, take their aggro. No, he failed. So after the grind for the gear, you want what next? Then you stop playing for 3 months and you come back for the next season. I've played 2 decades of Dota, and that game you restart every 30 minutes and start from level 1. It's the progression that's satisfying, and I feel like new seasons bring a lot of that. You start from level 1, everyone's you know, don't have any items, and you get to accumulate strength with your character until you are as strong as you can be, and then you move on to another class, move on to another build on the same class even, or just quit the game until next season. It's usually what I do. I play like 2 or 3 builds per season, and then I move on to other things, real life, work, and then I play for 2 weeks at the beginning of every season. I have a lot of fun since the launch of Diablo 4, just going on that rotation. I'm a like Diablo 2 player. That's like the game I played way more Diablo 2 than Diablo 3, and Diablo 2 doesn't really have endgame, and it's still just fun to grow your character as strong as you possibly can, even doing the same content, but now you're doing it faster. And in this game, it's like, okay, can I do a pit 100 in under 5 minutes? Whereas at the beginning of the season, I couldn't even do it once at all in 15 minutes. So it's like that's always the constant progression of your character that makes these games fun, in my opinion. Well, this is a difficult pull. It's hard to get two elites together when their spawning points are so far apart. But I think we did it. This monster type is not ideal because of they create these like huge clouds of daze, which means I can't use my skills when I'm in it. And I don't have permanent unstoppable. And I need to be in melee range, so I need to stand in these clouds. It's basically my Achilles heel, my kryptonite. But the benefit is that these monsters are melee, so at least they walk up to me. So it's a blessing and a curse, this particular mob type. We'll try it. Piontek Hematias, I'm currently grinding for Starless, guys. Do you have any husks to give up? I don't. I mean, I have some husks right now, but I have been staying away, giving away... Oh, wolves. I didn't see the wolves. I mean, I could probably give you one stack without the rest of the chat being upset. But otherwise, husks are very cheap to trade for. My recommendation is to sell runes. Like yesterday, I sold a bunch of yellow runes, like rare runes. I had like 20 of all of them. And I could sell them for like 400 million each, or 300 million each. Especially the ones that are used for the key recipes, like you craft mythics using runes. You know, the Cry runes and the Care runes and I don't know, yeah, whatever the recipes for Air and Starless and Shroud of False Death. These mythics that are used by almost everyone. You can make a lot of money just selling runes that you don't, especially if you don't need them. And then you use that gold that you sell for the runes to buy husks to kill Belial. And when you kill Belial, even in tier 3, that's what I did for a day and a half. You take the best items that you find from Belial and you sell them on the trade site. And then after doing that, you should have made a bit of profit. So you use half of your profit to buy more husks to kill Belial even more. And again, you sell the best items you get from Belial until you get 99 billion gold, and then you can buy all the items you need in the game to play whatever build you want. And that's how Diablo 4 softcore works. Well, mythics you can still buy. Like all of my mythics I've traded for, meaning I kill Belial enough to get like 10 Resplendent Sparks. And then I bought all the runes with the profits I made from the items that I found. And I just crafted all my mythics. So it definitely helps to have a lot of gold. Not only for uniques and legendaries, but also the mythics. You get any? Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of people like, oh, it's so hard to find mythics, which it is. It's like unbelievably rare to find mythics, but to me it's a matter of time investment. It's like, have you not killed 500 Belials yet? Then, well, yeah, maybe you won't have mythics. But that's just kind of the way it is. I'm not saying it's fun or ideal or that I wish the game wasn't different, but that's kind of where it's at. And with the abundance of husks in this season, I think there would probably be a lot of people that would include you in a party for free, or if you're desperate enough and hang out with enough people and you're build enough relationships in the game, someone will give you some husks for free even. So I feel like there would be many ways to sustain it. I don't believe in these guys. The knights and the barriers. Do you get sparks from salvaging mythics? You do. You do get 1 spark per mythic salvaged. Rob G, is it a big gear switch from Penshot to TB Rogue? I'm thinking about switching since watching you play DT. Yeah, I'd say it is. The only pieces that you're keeping are the mythics. Although the mythics use different stats. So my mythics are perfect for this build. But these mythics would not be perfect for Penshot because we don't care about the core skill ranks at all. We just want lucky hit chance. But otherwise, all the gear pieces are different. There's no uniques in this build, which is kind of hilarious. That almost never happens in this game. What a shame. We were so close to tier 108. Just couldn't get the right boss. Okay, I'll fish for wolves or spiders. That is definitely... Oh, good map. Come on. Wolfies? No, knights. That's not the right one. We'll try anyway. We will try anyway. This is like giga dangerous in terms of taking damage from me here. The amount of AoE effects on the ground will definitely hurt. Is it possible to play Penshot without all the items necessary? I have Azeroth and Eaglehorn stuck in tier 1. Yeah, I mean, your Azeroth ideally needs to be 800 item power to progress past tier 1. I have 1 Azeroth left in my inventory, or in my stash, that has the perfect GA. They're pretty cheap on the trade side too. I think they're like 300 million or something crazy because they're such a common item, the Azeroths. And so like the supply has been so high this season, so they're pretty cheap to get your hand on if you have a bit of gold. But I have 1 left that I might be able to give your way if you're struggling in T1. I could be your hero. So we try to tap these monsters to keep our Dark Shroud shadows up whilst pulling as much as possible. We got 1 elite pack here. We'll try find another elite pack. We got 1 knight over there. Good enough, but these knights are very difficult to take down. Wow, that was unlucky. I have 0.3 second downtime on my Unstoppable, and that effect just caught me, the fear. This big elite might be impossible to kill for me, but we'll see how we go. So there's a champion that I can't really see. Okay, I think it's this guy. And there's 1 on the top. So the worst scenario is when the champions are spread out, because it's hard for me to connect the two. Okay. The death. Not the end of the world there. What do you use for trading? So Diablo.trade, the website is, I'd say 99% of Diablo trades happen on that website. Everyone who is actively trading seem to be on there. So that's what I use as well. Remaster, you're tired of playing Dance on Knives. All your Azeroth are item 750. Well, if you want, you can drop your battle tag and I'll give you my final Azeroth. I'll hook you up. You will 10x your damage just by putting it on. And 10x is a pretty big deal. And I can get you a Fist of Fate and an Eagle Horn as well. That will skyrocket your character from being stuck in tier 1. You should by default be able to do tier 3 just by getting the items. But I will put the disclaimer that if I give you something for free, then that kills a bit of your progression, the journey, the satisfaction of getting it yourself. But if you want, I'll be your shortcut. Wolves are very good. The other succubus are not good at all, but it's okay. We'll fight the wolves until they go unstoppable. They are unstoppable now. They chase pretty well. Okay, I might die here. I lost the wolves. I think I'm just gonna reset. There's no way I can kill the succubus. And the map is less than ideal. But those wolves, the white wolves with bandits or anything else, are what we're looking for ideal. Still pushing 108. This is my. I'm on hour 3 of pushing 108. So I feel like I barely started. It's your first time playing Diablo 4 properly. You played all the other Diablos. Okay. There are a lot of things to learn. Yeah, that is true. That is true. This game is very difficult to learn without like the help of community and websites, because there's a lot of things that you would assume as a gamer you can figure out and kind of make sense of, but the one thing you have to learn about Diablo 4 is that you can't assume anything. Nothing is the way it seems. Not only from bugs and things, but just the way it's designed. Like something might say like an affix might say 40% increased damage, but that doesn't actually mean 40% increased damage. It's like understanding the damage buckets in this game, and yeah, it's like it's a whole thing. And when starting out, it will not make sense if you don't utilize the guides to fill in the gaps. Rimasta, I will add you after this pit. You were confused with Paragon until you realized you could rotate the boards. Yeah, that makes sense. That would have been a nice discovery. I guess it's not the end of the world. Most Paragon boards are decent at any entrance point. Wow, I almost died there. Wow, this map is questionable. So many skeletons. I think this is a reset here. I will add you now, Rem. Let's see if we can. It's like Pimp My Ride, but with your pen shot rogue. You're confused why yours didn't look like the one in the guide. Yeah, I could see that. You're still praying Blizzard bring back Season 5 on Darius? That build was the most fun. Yeah, a lot of people love that one. Oh, you don't have anything? Well, let us change that. I don't have... Oh, yeah, wait. Hermes, your answers... Okay, yeah. This one's for you. Hmm. That's good enough. Hello. Do with these items as you please. Very, very good for a starter pen shot setup. Or you could play Azurath with any kind of variant, I guess. I'm gonna reset my ping after that one. The one true poison build. No worries. Enjoy. I hope it goes well. If you run into problems or whatever, just follow the guide in the description below the live stream, the pen shot endgame guide. Starting off with what you have, you'll be on the ancestral variant. So if you check the build variants in the and scroll down to the or select the ancestral in the planner and everything, you should be good to go. Defonsi, hey man, how you doing? Impressed how survivability Rogue has. Yeah, Rogue has so much damage reduction. We got even more in Season 9 than we had before. Okay, good monster type. It is very laggy right now. We're talking like 10-second delay of every button click I do. Because of the amount of monsters in this one pull. Good start. Let's see if we can get any other good pulls. Okay, well, guess I'll make these elites unstoppable once before I pull them to the next destination. Are they gonna follow me? One thing I forgot after my last 108 attempt was adding some innovation ranks. Oh, unlucky. That's the downside of these bandits. If I get caught dazed, I die. But yeah, I definitely should add some innovation back. At least I will remember that now. Defonsi, you did 107 with Druid, but suffered a lot with damage, especially with... yeah, dying is frustrating when pushing. Alright. What do I remove for innovation? Probably just that. And we go again. But yeah, unfortunate that monster type is probably my favorite. Remaster. Going to Twitch and subbing. Thank you. I didn't have to do that. Very grateful for all the support, people hanging out. This season's been a lot of fun for me because I haven't really streamed before and had people want to watch. So it's been really nice to... Hey, thank you. Remaster, you're amazing. It's been really fun to be able to hang out with you guys and answer questions and kind of contribute to the community in some other way than just YouTube videos. Vampires. No, not my favorite. But this map is good, so we'll give it a solid 2-minute attempt and see what happens. When you click on TB Planner, it doesn't work. I'll check that out. It's also, if you want, Bogdan, you can go to Max Roll's Twisting Blade Guide. It's this, like the pit pushing version is what I'm playing right now. Yo, what's happening? What? Did you just gifted 5 subs? You are something else. I don't even know what to say. I think I gave the Azurath to the right person. A 10x? Oh my god. It's it's just rotating over and over. This says that all these people are gifters, but there's only one gifter and it's Remaster. I'm speechless. I think you just doubled my total sub count. It's very, very generous of you. If I beat 108, it's dedicated to Remaster, that's for sure. I should just submit my run in your name. You can take all the credit. Yeah, these monsters here, I don't know what they even are called. Are they like the cannibal mob type? They are hard. Have you tried Death Trap this season? I have not played Death Trap this season. I played it in the PTR a lot for season 9, and it was very good. But I was kind of done with the Death Trap life heading into the season. You're struggling a lot with Answer Knives. Not been able to progress. Aw. Bogdan, yeah, it's Ava is responsible for twisting blades on Max Roll. So, but he copied my pit pushing guide and turned it into his pit pushing guide. So that's an easy way to access it, basically. Lysik, am I going to play any other classes other than Rogue? I'd say I will. I mean, the only chance I play another class this season is if my wife wants to play the campaign together. She's never played this game before, but I was thinking that could be a fun little series to and then I'll play something else too. Like, she will do whatever she does, but I'll play a new class that I've never played before. I'll play Druid or even Barbarian, maybe. Never played either of them. Haven't played Necro really either. Lion, do you ask any advice, or what? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. 10x again, yeah. What? Did I miss something? These are good monster type, I think, but the map is very not good. It'll be the best thing to watch while eating dinner. I think it would be fun. It's like, it would be fun for us and me, but to share it on the stream and make a little series out of it, like cutting out the highlights for a YouTube series would be fun as well. Might do that in August if we have some rainy summer days. We'll see what happens. Any other elites that want to join the party? I mean, so far I've been lucky with the elites, but I am concerned that I'm gonna get some skeleton bros. So now we need to somehow pull this crossbow dude into the rest of this pack. Not ideal. I think we got there, but definitely some time loss. Thank you guys for the follows from Chronix Raid earlier, if any of you are still here. Appreciate you supporting fellow Diablo 4 enjoyer. I mean, how exciting. I don't know if you paid attention. All these Diablo partners, I'm not one of them. But they've been saying, I mean, they've all kind of said a similar copy-paste message that they were like invited as in a presentation by the Blizzard devs about the future of Diablo 4, and they're all been very positive about it. And like, I would need no big changes to Diablo 4, and I will still play it until Diablo 5 probably. But the fact that there are like unexpected big changes to the game coming up makes me very excited. So one of these skeletons really enjoys dying, but these other two really don't. I mean, they're kind of close to dying. Hey, Mia. There is one skeleton there. I'll probably just ignore him and hope for the best. There's 3 skeletons here. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of earlier. I didn't dare to get my hopes up. I think that we aren't going to see Diablo 5 just because of DLCs and everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure, didn't the like CEO of, or I don't know if the CEO of Blizzard or some higher up person of the team, the Diablo team, said that they're like kind of already started working on Diablo 5. I mean, it's probably like 8 years away, but at least it's happening eventually. I feel like this was like last year's news. But there are going to be like three more expansions for Diablo 4 first, and then Diablo 5 after that. Something like that. I don't know the details. Lion D, you're stuck at low 5 billion and can't do more damage. Tried Dark Shroud Tempers, tried Ice, Poison, don't matter what I try. Multiply, I can't get over 5 billion. I mean, are you following someone's guide? Because if you play according to most guides that are A tier or above of Rogue, you should be able to get your DPS above 5 billion. Getting 108 done tonight? We will see. I was like 20-30 seconds short. A little bit unlucky. In a run, we killed the boss and everything, but just slightly too slow. terms of the speed. So it is possible. You're wearing the same gear as last season, but not building into max life or overpower. Well, if I were you, if you're playing Death Trap, I would follow the Death Trap guide on Max Roll or any other website, and I think with the up to date gear, you should be able to surpass that. Although I don't know what the damage numbers of DT are this season. I haven't played it myself, but the DPS should be closer to 100 billion. I can't find a good build guide this season. Unlucky. I mean, I'd recommend any build on max roll for rogues, and they should be able to carry you through anything the game has to offer. It's probably a dead run, but yeah, it's not looking very bright now that I look at the timer. Mippy's DT guys, good. Yeah, that should be solid. Ava has a video guide for DT as well to solve all problems that might come with the build, like cooldown, breakpoints, and everything. Need to get me as a max roll partner, theory builder for Diablo 4. I mean, I joined max roll for season 9, so I do try to give my input into all the rogue guides by Dioxide and Ava as well. Hey Sija, nice of you to stop by. Look at all these monsters being in one little spot. This is just how I like it. I'm gonna say it once and I'm gonna be proud after saying that, but you carried last season's Death Trap guides. Oh, thank you. It was a very interesting season because everyone built Death Trap one way, and I was like, I disagree with this, and I'm gonna try it differently. And then it turned out my way was slightly better, but more so because I had really good gear. So then in the end, all the kind of Death Trap versions landed in a very similar spot to each other. It was honestly, it was hilarious in the end how all the different variants were actually within like 1 or 2 tiers of each other. It all came down to how long you spent pushing and what kind of level of gear you had. Like, did you have close to perfect gear or not? Which is usually the case. Even now for this TB, it's like, it's less about getting the absolute perfect gear and more about how many hours do you spend fishing and playing like I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try to get everything into this one little doorway here. That champion definitely needs to join the doorway party. If I get the perfect boss and I spawn the boss in the next 45 seconds, maybe I can complete it. But worst case, we could just get a fun attempt at killing the boss, which is not bad to get a run this far. Like a lot of times they reset in the first minute, so to even get a run this deep into the run, I don't mind that. Okay, Spirit Caller, Resurrected Malice, or Sea Hag. That's not it. Oh no, Elias. Okay, Elias I can't do either. Those fireballs, like if I get hit by 2, I die. And there's like 100 of them, and they spawn wherever you stand. Because I stand on top of the boss, it's very bad. I think this will be like a 5-minute boss fight if I can survive it on Slither. We did Scourge last time, which I think will be slightly worse than Slither. My health. I had like 1% life there. Scary stuff. $100 billion. If you ever get the time, can you make a planner? I just started playing in the end of last season and I'm hooked. Just want to have fun playing the thing I like. That's the approach. Always play what you have fun with. Don't worry about the tier lists and the top of the pit pushing. That's a recipe for having less fun. I have plenty of planners. If you check out my YouTube channel and everything, I put out guides, especially for Rogue. And in the description of this YouTube stream, there are my like written guides for this season 9. So play what's best and you'll have fun. Yeah, definitely turning off damage numbers and sticking to whatever tier you can do comfortably in the pit is the way to go. Like, you can be stuck in the 70s with a random build and have more fun than someone's pushing 100. That's for sure. And you can have more fun killing bosses in tier 3 and like somewhat struggling to kill them than someone who's one-shotting tier 4 bosses. And like, if you're not playing Diablo to have fun, then like, what's the point? Good map, bad mob type here. Very bad mob type. I'd say Ava's DT planner, or even Mippy's on Mobalytics, and Ava's on Natural. They should both be pretty similar, but also I trust both of their rogue skills as if it was my own. Quick question for Penshot: is attack speed GA better than crit chance on Starless? I'd say crit chance is better. It all depends. The answer is it depends. You want to reach 100. You want to reach 100 attack speed, like standing in town with elixir popped, and if the attack speed Starless helps you get there, then by all means use that. But if you have all the best in-slot gear, like all the items in the planner, in the guide, you shouldn't need the attack speed on the Starless. Because you get so much attack speed in that build. You get it from Eaglehorn, from Fist of Fate, you get it from Azeroth. Like every item we wear. And you get from close quarters combat, you get 15% as well. Remember that, to include the 15% from both the elixir and close quarters combat. So it's almost impossible to not get capped on Eaglehorn, Azurath with using pen shot. Thank you for the TV planner, brother. Rogue rules. Yeah. It's been fun. I feel like at this point, I mean, I've always been of the same kind of mindset, but like I noticed a lot of other guide writers go for comfort over damage, and me as a player, I just go only damage. I don't care about comfort. I can have require 300 APM and clicking a bunch of buttons and pianoing 6 keys, but the way I build planners is pure damage, and although it's not ideal for most players, it sometimes works in my favor in terms of pushing the pit, which has been fun, like with this build right here. I'm expecting there's been some people are now starting to play this build on the leaderboards. I saw 105 clear and 103, I think, with Twisting Blades. So slowly and surely people are getting the gear for this, I'm assuming. And we'll start to see. Maybe someone else will push past me. The elites die so fast when it's been like 15 seconds of fighting. Okay, my second floor is good. We have a chance. We want wolves, ideally. Snakes are not the same animal. Are snakes animals? I think they should be. It's like, are tomatoes fruits? Who knows these things anymore? Are rogues even a class? Based on popularity, it doesn't seem like it. If you play rogue, you should be proud of yourself, because there's not a lot of us out here. It's, I think, the least played class in Diablo 4, but it is the best class in terms of wanting to have fun. In my professional opinion. Damn. These elites take like 5 staggers. Or rounds of CC. Not worth it. I think this is just a reset. The only way we would complete this is with a progression skip, which is disqualified. Disqualified run. We don't want that. You're running crit flurry? Yeah, that sounds like that. I wish I played flurry this season, or I guess I wish it didn't get as nerfed as it did because it kind of scared me away from it at the start. But it was what I was most excited for this season was to play flurry. So most likely I'll play flurry as my season starter for season 10. I'm expecting it to get even more buffed. They buffed it. They're buffing it on Tuesday, obviously flurry specifically, but I'm expecting all core skills to get a nudge. Rogue is also your favorite. You always play rogue during seasons, even if I start with something else. You always also make a rogue. Nice. It's like my wife always gets butter chicken when we go to Indian restaurants. It's like impossible to get her to order anything but that. It's me and the rogue. Okay, good map. Any wolves? No wolves. Bad mob type. Unlucky. Vampires and shamans. That's a disastrous mob type. It's almost like I never thought I'd reset this map so fast, but we'll play a minute or two, see what happens. Look at the amount of elites that are outside the stack of monsters I have. We have 3 vampires on range shooting in, and we have... Wait, there's all 6 elites. I don't have a single elite in this pull. I just have 6 vampires looking at me. They're laughing me in the face. My poor little twisting blades. It's pretty sad. So, just vampires everywhere. Take me. Trying to get your DT rogue online so you can farm at it. Good idea. DT is definitely, I'd say definitely the fastest rogue farming build because of the permanent dash that you can reset. Blizzard always nuke the rogue uniques. I mean, historically maybe, but right now I'd say they're bringing, like, Eaglehorn was never a thing until now. The new Flurry helm is insane for Flurry. So there's some rogue uniques creeping up that are pretty crazy. I mean, Word of Hakan and Eyes in the Dark Pants for ultimate builds are very good. So we're getting to a point where almost every rogue unique is used for, like, the build that they are designed for. Is Penshot still worth running? Like, is it actually worth investing in? I mean, I say yes. I think it's the most fun build that Rogue has right now in Season 9. But who am I to say what you think is worth investing into? I see people in my YouTube ads all the time telling me to invest in gold. But I haven't invested in gold yet. So, I love Penshot. I'll put it that way. You can definitely do all the content in the game, so that's something we can't take for granted as rogue enjoyers. I'd say if there was like a leveling race or a boss race, I'd probably play Penshot Azareth, or maybe Twisting Blade, like I'm playing right now, something like that. It's all a matter of time. What was that? I forgot what map we got last time we had such a good run. I don't think there was anything crazy earlier in the stream. I think it was like an average open map with wolves. That's about it. So we'll try to get something like that again. Oh, actually, that was the desert. It was just not perfect mob type. Oh, wait, it was Red Spider's Desert, I think. The best run I had today. And I skipped a bunch of elites, so... Definitely... We have some flexibility with what I'm fishing for. I should probably put it on a note on my screen, even for my own reminder of what I'm looking for. Shakira, thank you for the follow. Never thought the real Shakira would show up in my stream, but here we are. Diablo 4 truly is for everyone. How do I TP out of here? So, I didn't make an official announcement, but I put a shirt on that that covers a little more skin. So I know some people might be upset, but there might be children watching. And I thought this was a more appropriate attire. I've officially changed my closet. So, sorry about that. Oh, best map. Come on, give me the wolfies. No, oh, no, not the snakes. Oh, no, no, no. Well, not ideal, but we'll give it a go. There's something really satisfying about killing the snakes because they're so large. The sign of them. They're so thick. Versus like some of the skeletons are like, it feels like you're not hitting anything. So there's one snake that didn't want to get hit, I guess, the ranged one. Hopefully I don't get too many of those. Oh no, I forgot the shamans. Should be a pack down here. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Squandra asks a quick question: am I a Christian? I mean, it's it sound like what's his name, Jordan Peterson, but it's a complicated question for me. Maybe it isn't for everyone, but for me it's a complicated one. But I did go to church today, and when I grew up, so it's been a big part of my life. But some would probably answer no for me, and some would say yes. I think the mob type is just so much more important than the map. I can't even on a desert get ahead of the timer. Hey Bubba, or Boo Boo. Last time I decided your name was Boo Boo, so I'm gonna stick to it. And we go again. I'll probably try for another 20-30 minutes. We'll see how we go. If I get a good run, it might be shorter. Hey Peacha, thank you. I will need it. Snake City. Do I die here? I might die here because I have no Dark Shrouds. Unlucky start. Like the distance between the first elite pack's up here, and the second one needs to be in this room. Otherwise, it's too far to pull them together properly, effectively. I mean, there were snakes too, but... Oh, I got your name right, and that's good. Nope. Will I play one day in hardcore? As in, like, will I play... Like, spend one day playing hardcore? Or, like, will I play hardcore one day? Because... I could see myself playing hardcore for one day. One day. But I really don't understand hardcore personally. It's such a weird concept. And I hear hardcore players like Chronix try to convince, or he just like put out some of his arguments. And I still don't get hardcore. Because there's so much time investment that you could just lose to silly things, or like something in real life happens and you look away, or you disconnect your internet provider. Like anything could happen where you just like lose weeks of progress. And at the same time, in a game like Diablo 4, like I could build my rogue to be immortal, and then hardcore is less, like it's like impossible for me to die. So where's the excitement? Versus, oh, this is a good map with good monsters. Versus when I play softcore and I go glass cannon, it's almost more thrilling because anything could kill me, and I'm pushing the limits of how much of a glass cannon can I be. And I don't know. So I've never really understood hardcore. Like I feel like if I play hardcore, I would never have a fear of dying, because I would just build tanky. And the thing as well with like Diablo 4, I feel like a lot of deaths are just like things unexpectedly one-shotting you. So the question is it worth killing these skeletons? Compared to the other elites, they're not even taking damage. I don't think it's worth it. It's gonna take me like 30 seconds to kill those two. And here's 3 more. Maybe I have to. wonder if, like, when they're... It seems like I'm not even... Or maybe my jewel is ticking. I'm basically wondering if my dot permanent forever increase in damage is going up during their barrier. There's a chance that I stop dealing damage to them altogether and then my jewel stops scaling up, even though we're taking like a minute to fight these guys. Alright, moving on to the next one. Unlucky there as well. Here we have a decent elite pack that are actually are killable. Wow, unlucky in this one. I think we had two elite packs that were non-skeletons and 4 or 5 that were skeletons. If there are enough monsters on the second floor, we might be okay. But sometimes you run out of monsters because I skipped too much on this floor. So we'll see if that ends up happening. Be Groot, like living on the edge, taking it further. I prefer wet toilet paper cannon. Yeah, half a sneeze can kill me, but half a sneeze from me can kill. It's gonna split a mountain. Yeah, that is. I'm with you there. That's my approach in these games too. And it's not like dying in softcore isn't bad. Like, it always costs time, and I feel like the most valuable resource, I mean, obviously, like, cliche in life is time, but in these games, efficiency and everything, like, you lose a lot of it by dying, especially when we're talking, like, hell tides and stuff, where you lose your materials and the score you have. Okay, so almost halfway through the progression in the first floor might be enough. I need like a soundboard with Samuel L. Jackson and his snake quote, because why does it always have to be snakes? Maybe I can try to pull these guys. They are dying, slowly but surely. In this new update to Diablo that's coming, I'm really hoping they make the pit shorter. Like between 5 and 10 minutes, something like that. The timer. I would be a supporter of that change. I guess it could be just like one floor, one bigger floor. And at the end of the floor is the boss, or like, if you kill everything, or 80% of the monsters in that one floor, you spawn the boss, and that's it. What's happening? I'm frozen, dazed. All sorts of CCs up in here. Okay, what else can we do here? Pull these guys into maybe some elites over here. No? Usually there are elites in this. Okay, got one here. I think I lost one elite, but it is what it is. I thought there was a big elite somewhere, but I haven't really seen him in this pull. He's managed to slip between my fingers. Maybe can spawn the boss with 3 minutes, which probably isn't enough, even with a perfect boss. There he was, hiding all this time. This map is usually pretty good for pulling lots of elites together, but I haven't really been able to make it work. No, 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 don't freeze me. I'll time the boss for science. We have 3 minutes. It's 1:51. Plus the bishop. Oh. Oh boy, he's a tanky one. Not great. The only plus is that he does spawn blood boils sometimes, but if we stagger him, they are removed. And essentially, blood boils are the same as adds. Gives us another target to hit. The proc lucky hit effects off of. Yeah. I mean, I think it's not even worth bothering with Blood Bishop. So, it'll take like 2 minutes the first 20%. Or like the first 25% will be like 2 minutes. And the rest will be another 2 minutes. It's almost at that point. So probably like the first 30 is halfway for this build.
Hello. Greetings. Hello. Hello.
We shall try again. I enjoy edit. Thank you for the follow. Wolves, good mob type, decent map, alright. But strange start to the map, not gonna lie. Where are the champions? There's some champions in here that I can't see. Okay, I see one guy. Try to make sure he gets hit. Holy. Just get caught in the daze equals death. That's the thing with that mob type. It's like the best for my offense, but the worst for my defense. I wonder if the white wolves can spawn with any other melee type, because every other combination I've seen is ranged elites. But if there is, then that's what we want. Oh, I got caught in the bear trap. It's fine, it's fine. That's so funny. I don't think I've ever walked into those before. I mean, not ideal. Yeah. These are the cultists, right? Not the greatest. Well, Suba is fighting for his life. I let him down. He lets me down more often than not, so I think it's fair. We can even it out. I'm not even entirely sure how I could be tankier. Like to avoid the... I guess permanent unstoppable. The only thing I could die to is unstoppable. Like when I lose my unstoppable, so... Reactive defense, this passive that is one of the most underutilized rogue passives. Is actually not a bad idea. But this pushing variant of Twisting Blades is really lacking skill points in the skill tree. Usually we have like 5 or 6 skill points that are kind of like whatever, but not this one. Not ideal monster types, but oh no, very much not ideal. So we have a champion that's far away from my pack, and that's a little bit of a nightmare. I'll have to pull everything to this elite here, or champion. It's basically GG already, just with these monsters in the floor. I have been considering playing with another spellcraft. This Disintegrate is so good for being able to control where your effects go. But there are obviously the taunt with the Astral Pillar spellcraft, and also there is like the pull from the ocular thing. Those are definitely worth considering for this build. Surprised I didn't fall further behind, considering that was one of the worst starts I've had to the desert map. I'll try another pull. Oh no, okay. We will not. I'll go through my gear real quick for anyone curious to see what I am playing. Even though the guide planner is in the description. This is what I have. We have a perfect air perdition. Kind of. Shroud of False Death. These gloves. Orange. Triple orange everywhere. The masterworking could be better on my pants. It is already pretty darn good on my boots. Triple GA crossbow. The tempers aren't perfect, but at this point, I don't think I will change any of these pieces. Very nice dagger here. And then probably my best piece, 2 GA Starless, guys, on the 2 affixes that we're looking for. And then the amulet is very, very good as well. The tempering worked out on the offensive. Luckily. Masterworking could be better on the Deadly Venom, but it is good enough. The gear is definitely not what's holding me back. Sorry, how much do you need plus poison abuse on your gear? Could you sacrifice one of them for days like HS would help your stagger times? Oh wow, 2 in a row? I've never seen this. Yeah, I've thought about that too. I think it is definitely a possibility to skip one roll. It would require a little bit more masterworking on my boots and pants to get more charges on those pieces. Or wait, it would, what would it be? I'll have to sacrifice one of them. I would have to be at like 6 rolls on my boots. I guess another option would be to run the amulet. The amulet I could run some charges on as well, like poison imbue charges. I would lose some damage, but or I could even remove the death trap cooldown on the amulet. for more poison imbue charges. I guess they kind of serve the same purpose of resetting my imbue cooldown. I wonder how much more stagger I would get. Because yeah, right now per boss fight I get 4 staggers total. By running that Dace affix I might get a 5th stagger. Maybe a 6th in there. I am dying to wow. The crowd control has been really killing me a lot the last hour. From these guys. Mr. Orim and his friends. Also, you could try running wolves if you want more stagger instead of +1 ranks. Yeah. I mean, Vex Rune gives +3 ranks to poison imbue, which is like 25% damage. I don't think anything could beat that. Like, there's no rune that could beat the Vex Rune impact. Unfortunately. And even though staggers are nice on the boss, they aren't that big of a game changer. Of course, they deal a little bit more damage, but this build, a lot of the multipliers are generic, applying to everything. Obviously the Malice and Frigid, like, uptime is big, but at the cost. At what cost is the question. Yeah, and I'm also dying quite a bit, so the 3 ranks to Dark Shroud through Vex Rune is very valuable, to be honest. Wow, it's just a daze fest here. I don't know what the solution is. The only solution to this daze problem is running concealment. And it is, unfortunately, not ideal to do that. Because it's not every mob type either, it's a tricky call to make. Where are my friends at? There they are. The question is how long I want to stay on this first floor. I have the second floor right here, accessible to me. Maybe it's worth going there a bit early. I'll suss out the right side of this entrance and then make a call. Wait, where did that elite pack come from? There's a tiny elite here, but just one of them. Almost a trillion dot ticks on big elites. It's kind of funny. That's a lot of damage. Alright, is there one last elite pack perhaps? There is. Very annoying pull with champions on the south and the north at the same time. Can't really deal with them very well at this. Like simultaneously I have to cross their location with my disintegrate beam to just like remove their aura, but then I have to do that like every 5 seconds on both sides. It's hard to get any damage in pulls like these. And Subo likes to spread out everything. Sometimes he helps. Now he's in a good position to not mess things up. Okay, come on. I need a quick double pack in the second floor. Which might be hard. I need an elite pack up here. There, okay, that's pretty quick. I would definitely rank that in the quick category. But still not enough time, I think. I want to spawn the boss with 4 minutes left. This is more like 3. If you want to do a touch of death devourer build, you use the razor main. The the detailed spiritborn questions, unfortunately, I can't answer. But I would recommend you go to any max roll spiritborn guide, or maybe someone in chat can help you out. Yeah, I mean, one of your options was max roll guide. I'd say that's as much as I can help you, direct you in that direction. Everyone who makes these guides online usually invests a lot of time into these builds and come out with alternatives that make sense. Unlucky with Slither and Elias, but I don't think it would have mattered even if we got the perfect combo here. At least we spawned the boss. We've spawned the boss quite a few times in this stream. Elias, please. But yeah, it takes me at least 1 to 2 minutes to get past the hardest part. So with a total time of 3.5 there, a little bit less than that. We were doomed before it even began. But with that being said, I think even the way I played this game before I made too many YouTube videos or joined Max Roll now in Season 9, I used to just make my own builds, and 9 out of 10 cases, the builds I made were really bad. Like, I remember my Season 2 and I think by Season 3 onwards, I got a little bit better at the game, but yeah, Season 1 and Season 2, I made some horrific, like, useless builds that couldn't do anything. I usually use like 3 imbuements and try to mix and match and make all sorts of abominations of decisions looking back. But it was fun. And I played them every season hoping that they would be good. Sometimes I was surprised pleasantly, but most of the time I was very disappointed in the result of my theory crafting. And I think even if you don't make the best decisions, that's usually, I mean, in my experience, the most fun way is to make your own builds and learn as you go. Based on some calculations, assuming they haven't changed how stagger works since you tested it. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, it's chance days would make you stagger bosses 25% faster. We go from 2 minutes on third stagger. Do you mean third or fourth? Because I feel like the first 3 staggers happen pretty quickly. I guess the question is, even if I added that, like, I don't even think that's enough to get another stagger in there. I would get the 4th stagger quicker, which is good, but I don't think I could reach the 5th. Which, if I can't reach the 5th stagger, I guess there's no real point. You think you have almost everything ready to at least tier 2 remaster. Nice. Just go to the pit and see if you can unlock tier 2, and then if it's easy, then you definitely do. Yeah. If it guaranteed like 2 more staggers, then I'd say it's worth it. But seems a bit rough. I tried to play with the twisting blade dazing on the impales, but it seemed to not really add much stagger for some reason. So I'll avoid all the skeletons here on the first floor. See how we go with that strategy. Spiders are good. Spider hosts are good. These are bad, but might be okay. Where did that... I lost a spider aggro, that's so random. Because the spider is a big elite, maybe I'll have time to kill these skeletons here. He keeps teleporting away though. I haven't even injured the big elite. Yeah, it probably is completely different. Okay, like how the dazing applies. I mean, what's happening? The amount of explosions there seemed unhealthy. More skeletons. Well, this is not my dream. Yeah, right. Smoke grenade and TB kind of take each other out. And Mr. Anderson. Hello to you, fellow Swede. Does Azeroth work with Heartseeker? If so, is it worth trying? Yeah, I mean, Heartseeker is incredible without Azeroth, so it's like Azeroth works with every skill, period. But if a skill works without Azeroth, why not play it without? Is my argument for like Heartseeker is one of the best rogue builds in Season 9. So I always tell people to just go the normal damage route. Play an authentic rogue build. I think Dioxide, his guide on max roll is the go-to if you need support in building Heartseeker. I think Woody also made a planner for it, but if you want the written guide, Dioxide has one on max roll for Heartseeker. But you can definitely make it. make a version with Azeroth too. I don't even know if it's better. It might be equal in strength to just dealing damage with Heartseeker straight up. Yeah, this is looking a bit grim. Too many skeletons. Yeah, 3 categories of lucky hit. Or, I mean, like, well, stagger. I was reading, it was like, it's a crazy, I think it's like one of the max roll resources is like how stagger works. It's just like, it's so messy. It is such a mess in this game. Nothing will come close to the old Fist of Fate stagger times. You worked on figuring out that would have been fun. Well, I can imagine it would have taken a long time. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Good mob type and everything here in the second floor, but might not be enough. If I can get a triple pull going, that would be great. Wait, like, look at this triple elite. What's happening? So stupid. The aggro sometimes. It's so weird. It's just like watching me from 2 meters away. Very, very common death to these guys. So the option I do have, I wonder how much damage I would lose by going concealment. I would lose 25% damage, but I would gain this slot. And this slot, what is it worth? It could provide me with more freeze. It could provide me with removing barriers or permanent potions. It would remove my ability to daze effectively, which is creeping death value. Double boss stagger stun. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think staggering the boss is what's missing from my attempts, or like the boss damage in general. What I need is survivability and AoE pulling somehow. Those are the main bottlenecks. So maybe changing, like removing disintegrate's worth it. Parry, or how does your health stay up during pits? I struggle to stay alive. Someone told me armor caps at 1000 and my current armor is 2.5k. Wow. Yeah, so there's a few things in this game that give you survivability. The three obvious ones are your resistances. You want to make sure they're green, as close to 80 as possible, as rogue especially, but 77 with popping incenses. And then armor 1000, and then life I'd say at least 10,000, depending on your character probably. And then the rest comes down to having damage reduction from your paragon and from skills. And as rogue we always want to use Dark Shroud shadows from Dark Shroud. So as many ranks of this skill as possible gives more DR. And you can pick up a bunch of DR from your skill tree as well, like these nodes. So those are the layers of defenses we have in the game. And then obviously like crowd control helps as well. But if you've been watching my stream now pushing, I die in most of my attempts. I die. So it can be tough. Some builds are squishier than others for pushing. This build is quite squishy because we don't run Shadow Clone. And Shadow Clone is, since Season 9, is 20% DR, which is a lot. And we don't have momentum either, so... Wait, what just happened? How did these guys freeze? That was weird. Why did these spiders just turn to ice? Thanks to you for taking the time to answer that. Good morning from New Zealand. Good morning. New Zealand's such an awesome country. Went there like 3 times when I lived in Sydney, Australia, and yeah, it was always some of my favorite memories from my years down there. Was visiting Queenstown. Such a beautiful place. Okay, can we be a little bit lucky with the elites here is the question. I guess not initially. Super pushed away the other champion. It was admirable, but ended up griefing us. It's interesting how the spiders are so good and the spider hosts, but they always come alongside these unfortunate skeleton barriers. There is an argument for I could swap out the DR aura removal for basically I could swap out DR removal for barrier removal. It's just a matter of, it's like if only I could know what monster type I'm fighting against, I could be more strategic. Because it kind of becomes just like random. If I'm lucky, I make the right choice, but at least the DR aura applies to every pit, so it is more consistent. But it would have been interesting with a pit system where I can kind of craft, like, I want one of these 3 bosses. I want one of these, like, I can veto against what I don't want. I would like that. Like, somehow control the outcome of. I see wolves. Let's try it, even if I don't like the map. Oh no, succubus. I don't like those. Thank you, Coffee, Pyre, and Doshik for the follows. Grateful for your support. So our first pull here was not ideal, but we'll see if we can get a good second pull. Very hard on this map, but sometimes we get lucky with the monsters spawning close to each other, making it easy for us. So that's kind of what we're hoping for right now. There's a lot of stuff on the ground. I'm not entirely sure if the cleave from Twisting Blades is in an AoE around me or in like a cone in front of me. I feel like every video game I've played is cleaving is always a cone. But I haven't tested it. So basically I don't know if I need to like, if I have an enemy behind it, I do nothing to it. In terms of impaling it. Not too sure about that. Yeah, not ideal. Surrender this run to Lilith. Let's do another 5 minutes of fishing. Try get a run. Otherwise, better luck next time. I am curious to try after the... I think after Tuesday, it'll be a lot easier to do 108. But it would also be cool to get it before then, because then it's like the difficulty decreases on Tuesday. You're going crazy. You don't know why Diablo keeps crashing your other apps. That is strange. Some RAM or graphics situation.
Use it well.
Remaster, you should check out my... I didn't answer your question earlier about energy. I have a video guide for Penshot on my YouTube channel. But that explains... it gives 5 different tips to solve your energy issues with Penshot. So that was regarding your question from earlier. It is the most common issue people have with Penshot is the energy. And I go through every possible solution I could think of in the video. Hey Daniel. It's going alright. We were very close to beating T108 at least. We had one really solid run. Didn't get the boss we needed at the end. We were 30 seconds short. But other than that, life is good. This is the mob type I always die to, so we'll see how long we can survive. Any changes in the gear? Not from 2 days ago. I pushed 2 hours 2 days ago on stream, and since then I haven't changed my gear. And yesterday I didn't play. So not really. But since my 107 clear that is online, that one I have better gear since then. But at this point it is way less about gear and more about how good someone is executing and how long they're willing to fish for the right setup. This is where death is very likely. It's like 5 seconds delay to every button click, so I'm either dead or I'm not. Is there another elite pack down here? We can create one last big pull. We sure can. Not ideal, but at least we got them all together. Okay. Let's see if we can do good on this second floor. We like this. We like the spiders. Can we get an easy double pull here? Sometimes we get lucky. Pretty decent. Can I kill this skeleton? Maybe. The amount of staggers required hurts. Maybe I'll just kill this one and leave the last one. See how far we can get in this one stagger and move on. I had to stop in my tracks there just to survive. Yeah, I really enjoy that when I like putting dash and shadow step on this build, and even like a jaw rune. It's not bad for speed farming as one might think. Even though the AoE is really bad, the AoE doesn't really matter if you're just speeding from elite pack to elite pack, killing them as soon as you hit them. Because most elites spawn on top of each other, and with a death trap you easily pull them together and burst them down. Okay, I'll leave that skeleton for a rainy day. This guy maybe we can pull with us. These guys, come on down to the promised land. I dead? I did not died. I don't understand. He's... It's funny how the champion mob type always tends to be like the worst one. It's never like a little innocent spider or something. Okay, if we get a good boss, we might be able to do it. But is there even monsters left? We're running out of... Oh! Was that a progression skip? Do I get disqualified? I don't know. I don't know if I do. We got a bad boss anyway. I don't know if I can kill this guy. We skipped like 2% of the progression there. But, I mean, I literally ran out of monsters, so what else? What else could I have done? Oh no, Elias! It's an instant lose. I guess maybe it's for the best. I don't know how I didn't die there. To be completely honest. Oh boy. Can you put Yaxlum on the bow until I have the right runes? Yeah, for sure. Lum is one of the best solutions for energy problems in the game. If you have the Lum rune. Almost in combination with any other rune. This feels like I will die at some point. We'll see how long I survive this run. Okay, there it is. I would have beaten that, but I'm scared about the little progression skip I had. That I might have been disqualified anyway. But that would have been enough time to kill the boss at least. Which is promising. We think we've had like 3 runs to the boss where it is doable. You just saw my pen shop build. Time to level a rogue. Yeah. It is such a fun build. I love it. It's so nice that we have enough materials to craft whatever potions and incenses we need in this game. It used to be such a bottleneck for me before. I've been your savior to your Diablo 4 journey, remaster. Well, you deserve to have a good time. I'm glad I was able to help. Not my favorite map, but lots of elites at the start. It's always a good sign. I don't know how to combine these guys. Maybe they gotta walk up the stairs. They've got to do some of the work. The ground is covered in smoke here. It's not great. There's one elite down on the bottom of the stairs that I would love to invite over to this pool here. The good thing about there's some ranged, even though there are ranged elites, they don't automatically like walk away too far. Like they stay in my pool, and I respect that with these cultists here. I don't love them, but they're not the worst. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. There's a lot going on. I mean, not the worst start somehow. Maybe I should keep moving when this is Days Monsters. Maybe that's the solution. I've been mainly evading as my source of mobility in these pulls, but I can kind of like stutter step Maybe accidentally step out of the daze every once in a while. I don't think I lose damage by constantly stutter stepping. Like, I should be still attacking at my attack speed. Rogue or druid? Rogue, of course. It's not even a question. To be honest, it depends on what kind of human you are. What you like. What fantasy. Do you want to summon dogs and ravens and call upon the nature of storms and winds and turn into a bear or a wolf? If that sounds up your alley, then go druid. But if you like to be a sneaky boy or girl, then go with rogue. I feel like I didn't sell the rogue as well as I just sold the druid, but maybe that's why no one plays. Why no one plays rogue, but hey, thank you for the follow. What do you normally play? If you like play sorcerers normally, then maybe rogue is more of a contrast. Or likewise, if you played barb in the past, then druid is probably more contrast. New to the game. You came from Warcraft, I see. Well, all classes are strong and it makes sense. It all comes down to personal preference, and I think I'd recommend playing all the like level up to level 60, play it to progress a bit through the torment tiers, and you'll get a sense. I think there's definitely a benefit to playing through all the classes if you don't really know what you like. You can't really go wrong. You got it. You got it to work now, Ramasta. Fix your energy issues. I'm happy. It's a big difference between being able to spam your core skill and not. It feels like multi-shot from Diablo 3. Yeah, pretty much. I guess Barrage is supposed to be that skill, but Mr. Markers is Dance of Knives, best for leveling. Yeah, Dance of Knives or Flurry I'd recommend. If you're a complete beginner to the game, I'd say Flurry. But yeah, if you have some experience with the game, Dance of Knives is probably the best. Thank you, LH Sparrow. Jimmy and Ramasta both recommends the Dance of Knives leveling experience. Yeah, that's good to hear. It's been one of the best leveling guides in the whole game for a while now. Even though it got a bit nerfed for this season, still being able to move fast is everything you want early on, and that's what it provides. Like being able to deal damage whilst running is kind of priceless early on. It's a shame I can't get these two elites together. Okay. It's a really good mob type, but the map is hard. think if I just sell the Azeroth that I have, someone is going to buy them? The remaster? No. I really don't think 750 will sell. Like you could put it for like 1 million gold, and I don't think you would be able to sell it. It's at that level of unsellable. If you want gold, sell runes. Especially if you can figure out, if you go to the diamond icon on your town, like go to check out which runes are used in the most common mythics, like Air Perdition, Starless Skies, and Shroud of False Death. The rare and blue runes in those can sell for hundreds of millions of gold each, and they're pretty easy to obtain, especially if you do a couple Undercity runs. Anyone can get billions of golds just selling runes. Yeah, a bit rough here. We got two skeleton elite packs that I struggle to deal damage to. Yeah, I think a unique for Twisting Blade is as it's like people long for it as much as people want Paladin. It's a bit of a shame because Blessed Hammer with Paladin is probably going to be one of the main skills, and Twisting Blades plays very similarly, and I feel like the natural unique for Twisting Blade would literally be Blessed Hammer from Diablo 2. Like it would spin around you and in a bigger AoE. So I don't know what they're gonna do there. It's like dropping the Paladin that unique in a similar time frame would make two skills do the same thing. You want Crusader? Yeah, I didn't play Diablo 3, so I should probably have tried that map. Do you ever do spectator pit runs? What does that even mean? Do I ever sit back and watch people push? I watch people stream. Like when rogue players are pushing, I usually put it on my second monitor while I work or something. But I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Okay, we got a decent map. Do I help people in... No, the thing with pits is there's no benefit to doing this whatsoever. The only thing you get from doing higher pits is the honor, your personal achievement. The ability to sleep at night knowing you don't have to push anymore. There's no benefit of helping people with higher pits, I'd say. I mean, you can help people level their glyphs to 100, but I feel like that's what the whole game is made for, the progression. So I feel like that's something every character should do for themselves to enjoy the game. So no, I wouldn't say help people with higher pits. I play with you guys a lot when I farm materials, like the nightmare dungeons and stuff. We've had a lot of good times. There's nothing down here. Just thought I'd check. Aw, I think that would have been a good map and enough to spawn the boss in time. If I successfully beat it. Unlucky. You got your 150 pits on Spiritborn back when they were broken. Yeah. I think leveling glyphs is my favorite part of the progression of a build. Similar setup, similar map, but slightly worse. With the cold spiders here. We'll give it a go, see what we can find. Do I only have 3 elites there? I think so. I think I'll move on. I think I'll move on from that one lonely skeleton boy. I guess I move on from both of those guys. Try to find some of these elites. They're more of what we're looking for. Now we just need a second pack of these. Are there any other elites? There are no. There are literally. Okay, this guy. I really want this big elite on the left. Okay, I think I unstuck him. He was a bit stuck, but finally got him around that. I don't know what blocked him actually. Looked like he had a free path. Okay, you give up on Death Trap and switch into a new character. Try the build on Max Roll, just come to the conclusion that they killed your build. It's not as fun, even switch your Eternal, same result. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about killing the build. It's the best build that Rogue has, but definitely nerfed from last season. Wow, that is a tornado of green blades. which end boss. The three bosses that are great for me are Spirit Caller, Resurrected Malice, and Sea Hag. They all spawn a bunch of mobs, and they have the least amount of life. Like all the bosses in the pit for some reason have different HP pools. So that just adds to the RNG. Unfortunately. But yeah, those three are big winners. I don't know which one is the best of the three. But skeletons, not great. A bunch of them. That's exactly how I died the last run. It wasn't the best run we've had. You always thought Sea Hag had a lot of life. I don't think she has that much life. Maybe not the least, but the fact that she spawns a bunch of ads is the biggest game changer. Death Trap needs adjustment. What kind of adjustments would you like to see for Death Trap? I feel like it's in a pretty darn good spot right now. Thank you, Dr. Red Day. But the reason why mobs are so valuable these days is because of this rune, the Cax rune. It only works against enemies with less than 80% health. And obviously the boss, it takes quite a while to get the boss to 80% health, but if they spawn little ads, we can proc this rune on those. The Quax rune gives us double damage for 1 second whenever we proc it, so that makes it big difference on the boss if they can spawn those monsters. That was not the play, Subo. Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. You gotta make some changes from between the seasons. That is true. Guild Elite's there, so I'm assuming they will be closer to the next Elite pack here. Which was true. And the question is, how close are these guys? feel like Subu adds an interesting layer to this whole pushing experience that I haven't really experienced before. It's just the occasional pushing my entire pull to the side, creating absolute chaos. It feels like one of those challenges where Twitch chat can control the outcome of what happens, but it's Subo instead. Do I stay to kill this elite? Maybe. He teleported perfectly onto all this trash mobs, which is very good for us. Okay, is that it? That's it. What a tiny little dungeon. The problem with this is like I can kill this elite pack, progress to floor 2, but this is gonna be one of those maps with progression skip, I think. So this run is already disqualified. That's not great. Well, we can suss out floor 2, see what we get. If we get wolves or something, maybe we'll try it. Yeah, this is... Okay, I'm actually curious to see how much of a progression skip we can get. I think this is like the dream setup for it, if I don't... remembering that incorrectly. What happened to the first elite? He just left us behind. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. The aggro sometimes. Subo is lining up his shots perfectly on these guys. Gotta respect it. Can't just call him out when he's making things worse. Gotta support him when he's doing a decent job. Basically, Subo gives us 30% more damage when he throws his little fire spell, but it also knocks back everything very far. So it is good and bad. It's good, very good for the boss. What do you think is the best build for speed farming 85? With Rogue, I'd say Death Trap probably. Or, I mean, Pen Shot with perfect gear could do that decently. But yeah, maybe Twisting Blade, what I'm playing right now, as well. We could try to. I could try speed clear an 85 after this. See how fast we can do it. TP Bisu, do you think TB feels terrible for speed farming? I will prove that TB is pretty decent for speed farming after this pit. It's not as good as Death Trap or Pen Shot, but it's not as bad as some people think. Oh, there's like no monsters here. It's actually hilarious. It's an empty cave with nothing in it. The 85s is a bit higher than what like speed farming we usually consider more around 70. But this build is fine for 85. But most rogue builds cannot speed farm 85, even if you have perfect gear. Like we're talking like less than 2-minute hits. It's pretty hard to do. This run is for science, to see if I can somehow get some weird progression skip happening. What a strange pit. Very strange. Is it possible to find 2 elite packs? It is. It is possible. Isaac, did you push the pit 100 or no luck today? Are you talking to me? What build is for Rogue? Planning to use Rogue for the first time. I'd recommend Pen Shot. That is the link in my description of the YouTube stream. Or, I mean, if it's Rogue for the first time, I'd consider playing Flurry, to be honest. Flurry's getting buffed on Tuesday as well. So I think Flurry is one of the most beginner-friendly skills that is also a lot of fun. I love Flurry as a skill. I guess I couldn't get a as good of a progression skip I would have hoped for here. You build Penshot endgame build, but it's not working for you. Do you have item power 800 Asureth? Do you have Eagle Horn and Fist of Fate? and all the energy solutions. Four GA. If you have 4 GA and it's not working, then I'm curious. Curious what's going on there. Well, sounds like you should be cruising through tier 4. At least. With that level of gear. I have like 1 GA gear on my pen shot setup, and I did tier 100 on like, what was it, day 4, day 3 of the season? It was pretty fast. Okay, well, we didn't get any crazy progression skip here. I'll just let him take me. Let's do a speed 85 or something. WTF Moon, yeah, I mean, I don't run 100 pits with it. They can push 100 pit. Like, the ceiling for Penshot Azarath is 101. If you have 100% perfect gear and execute really well, you can do 101 or so. Maybe 102, but I'd say probably 101. That's the absolute ceiling for the build. Okay, let's see. For a little speed run, all we have to do is remove smoke grenade, poison trap. Slap on mobility skills. And that's it. Let's see how fast we can do 85. You remember old Woody's Andariels with Puncture and Flurry? It was a great time. People used his idea and didn't give credit. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common. Oh yeah, I don't have my spells. I'm gonna have to get used to these buttons. Go up here, see if there is anything fun. Not really. Probably kill some more trash. I might run out of monsters here. GA means greater affix, which is the star next to like the affixes. Like this item has a star next to dexterity. That's the GA. Greater affix. I can only drop in tier 1 onwards. in a perfect scenario, we could probably spawn the boss in 2.5 minutes if we keep on trying. But for a first attempt, it's not bad. Tier 85 in 3-4 minutes. Do I think Flurry has a chance to clear higher pits after the buff? Oops, misclick. And I'd say not really. Obviously, it can clear probably two more tiers with the helm than it could before. But the highest pit clear right now is with Azurath anyway, like Flurry Azurath, and the buffs in the new patch don't affect the Azurath build whatsoever. So, in terms of seeing Flurry on the leaderboard, won't change at all. But yeah, if I did this, like if we could do another test, which is you slap on a casual jaw rune instead of Vex, and then we go to like 75. I feel like this should be really fast. And this is usually with like 70, 75 is usually what is considered speed farming, at least in my book. I mean, first floor was very fast. Can we spawn the boss in under 2 minutes? Maybe, but looking like around 2 minutes. Maybe on the desert map with the good monster type and bit of fishing. We could submit a 2-minute clear with this build too. Two minutes 20 seconds to spawn the boss with the slowest speed farming build reputation wise. That is this 4DT. I'd say this qualifies as pretty darn good. Howdy, Brandon. Good to see you. Ooh, that is a very good... Did I just... Is that a sword? Because I hope it's not a sword, but it's still usable. GA, Dex, and Life. Okay, what do we have? It was a sword. Unfortunate. But I have been considering using swords for this build. Because they do, even though attack slower, deal a little more damage. Maybe not worth. But yeah, that's a fun little test. I'd say not bad. Alright, let's do some final attempts of 108s for the day before we call it. One more attempt that I go past 2 minutes. That's not it. I would feel bad if that map was the one that got me the clear. I mean, these elites just look so comfortable. Oh, I have Jarun on. That's a bit of a shame. Not really. That wasn't gonna be it. We all knew that wasn't it. I might be the only one who misses the gauntlet. Vex rune. Okay, all the runes are correct. Matthias, when the patch drops, will our current uniques be updated to match the updated ones, or will we have to find new ones? The ones you have will be updated. So if you have a 70% flurry helm, aka perfect, that will automatically become a 100% flurry helm on Tuesday. So they are nice like that. With the mid-season changes. Ah, not it. Not it. You just got your first mythic. Is there any build that I can use and the Dariel's Visage on? I know it's not best in slot, but anything it would be a solid placeholder for. I mean, I guess in this build, because it's a poison build, you benefit from some of the... Not a lot. You almost benefit from nothing. I mean, I don't even know. Andaro's Visage is just really bad. I guess if you play... If you're very early on in a Azurath build, you have a lot of lucky hit already, so you will proc Andariel's decent amount. So I'd say in an Azurath build, you could probably use Andariel's temporarily. It's really bad, but for fun, you could slap it on there, see what happens. I mean, in tier 1, it will probably be good. Flurry Poison build just sounds fun. Yeah, that... Haven't really seen many of those. One big reason Twisting Blade is just so good for Poison Imbuement is because the aspect actually helps us. The Blade Dancer aspect. Like, for Flurry, none of the aspects really do much. Like, the Encircling aspect makes Flurry into a 360 degree instead of a cone, which is good, but it doesn't increase our damage. Tobias Kruger asks, how do I think the overall state of Diablo 4 is compared to other RPGs? I mean, I played PoE 2 quite a bit, I guess, like 100 to 200 hours. Other than that, I haven't really played the others, like Last Epoch or Torchlight or whatever people are playing. So I can't really compare. But it seems like, in general, the audiences are hard to please. Like, they can never get enough. Even like PoE 2 has backlash from PoE 1 players, or the patches aren't happening fast enough, or there's like complaining just everywhere. And at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to what you enjoy playing. And I think Diablo 4 is probably designed for a way more casual audience than PoE would be. I enjoy that in 100 hours of Diablo 4, I can be done with the season. But I feel like in 100 hours of PoE 2, I've barely scratched the surface of the game. It's like you enter the end game, and that's like there's There's so much more to discover, and I don't want these video games to be a full-time job 365 days of the year. I like the short seasons. Okay, this might be it. I'd say I die 70% of the time I fight these mobs, but they are also good for me to kill because they're melee. So it's like I either win or I die. It's kind of the two outcomes here. That was unlucky, but I guess it's fine. This is an interesting scenario now. Like this big elite reset his health because he dropped aggro on me, so he like restored his life to full even though he had low life. But I have a jewel that says on the text that I increase my damage against him forever. Like it specifically uses the word forever. So even though he reset his health, I wonder if the stacks I put on him with the jewel are transferred over to this kind of like second life of his. It would be interesting to find out. I can't find any elites. I've never seen so many trash mobs without an elite next to them. What about here? Okay, I found one, but not the one I wanted. This has been a very strange pit so far. That kind of sucks. 3 of these big elites. Here I have at least a normal pack. I'm dying. Unlucky. Yeah. Dead. Not meant to be. Twisting Blade's better than Best Trap at the moment. Tamarin, yeah, it is like significantly better for pushing, but Death Trap I'd say is the best rogue build for 99% of the content. You can do all the bosses, you can speed farm with it. Death Trap is just the concept of how it plays is just too good. To have permanent dash everything about it. It's just too good. Brandon says, in first season ever, you ventured into trading and the experience completely changed for me. I have reached 50 plus billion and finally feel free of previous limitations like masterworking. Yeah, 100%. I don't know how to play RPGs sometimes without trading as well. I mean, if it was solo self-found mode, I would totally play that as well. But the fact that it isn't, and some people are trading, then of course the only way to do it is to trade as well in my book. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there for pushing. It is definitely doable. We'll see if I do more before the new patch on Tuesday. We have a big patch that changes some things. We'll make this build 1 or 2 tiers stronger. Pretty exciting. So I appreciate you hanging out with me. It really makes a difference in terms of my enjoyment of playing the game. I'm gonna raid the Twitch watchers to Woody. And yeah, take care, everyone. Really appreciate you hanging out.